Booger is a cutthroat card game that's all about chaos and collecting. Everything is fair game when building the ultimate collection to score big points. So pick your battles as you sabotage, steal, trade, and collect your way to victory. Let's go over the rules and gameplay of Booger so you can start playing too. The basics. In the game Booger, your objective is to gather collections of gross 80s themed trading cards to maximize points. Each collection consists of cards featuring the same character, and there are a total of 12 different radical character collections available in every deck. Focus on acquiring multiple collections to get the most points possible. The more completed collections you gather, the higher your score will be. Scoring points. Each card includes a number marker. This defines how many points the card is worth based on how many you have in your collection. The first number on the card is how much the card is worth if you only have one. The second number is how much it is worth if you have two, and so on. For example, if you have 3 Naked Daves, the collection is worth 3 points. But if you have 6 in your collection, he jumps to a whopping 10 points. Keep an eye on the points values of each card and how many you must collect to score big points. There's a lot of strategy to building the right collections. One more thing, if you exceed the number of point markers on a card, each additional card in a collection is worth 1 extra point. For example, adding a 7th Dave would be worth 1 additional point, making his new value 11. That's pretty rad! Actions! Every card has a unique action listed on it, and each time you add a card to your collection, you will also do the accompanying action. This is how you pick and flick your way to victory. Let's go over the 8 available actions and how they work. Steal. This allows you to steal the top card from any other player's collection and add it to your own. Steal 2. Just like the steal card, but twice as good. You may steal 2 cards from a player's collections, or steal 1 card from 2 different players. Pass left. All players pass their hands to the left. So much for strategizing with your hand. Pass right, just like pass left, but the opposite direction. Swap hands. Swap hands with a player of your choice. If you have been paying attention, this is a great way to get a good hand back. Trade collection. Trade collections with another player. When trading an entire collection, you have to trade for an equal number of cards, meaning that you must trade a 3-card collection for another 3-card collection, and so on. This is a great way to unload a low point collection and upgrade to something better. Shuffle. This card sucks. All players must return their cards to the pick pile, shuffle, and then re-deal 7 new cards to everyone. Draw and play. This allows you to draw an additional card and play an additional card. These cards can be played back to back. If you have more than one, infinite loop! Bombs. Okay, let's talk about bombs. Bombs are aggressive cards played by jerks like you. A bomb is played on another player's collection. You can destroy all cards in that collection. Dude, that sucks lemons! When a bomb is played, the person who played the card also does the action listed on the card. So it is like a double whammy, man! If you are the bombed player, you have a chance to save your collection on your next turn. To do so, you must have a bomb in your hand and use your turn to play it on the pile to defuse the bomb. You will then discard the original bomb and the bomb you played, and your turn is over. When playing a bomb to defuse another, you do not get to take the action on the bomb. If you cannot defuse the bomb by the end of your turn, the bomb explodes! And you must discard that whole collection and the bomb card. Totally bogus, man. Oh yeah, one more thing to note. Bomb cards also have negative points listed on them in a red circle. If these are in your hand when the game ends, you will have penalty points, so it is a good idea to get rid of these while you can. Okay, you got all that? Of course you do. It's not rocket surgery. Now let's dive into how to play. Getting started. Now we are ready to play and have to decide who goes first. Argue amongst yourselves about who gets to start. Some ideas to make this decision are who last picked their nose, who hasn't showered the longest, and who has eaten the most repulsive thing. If all else fails, arm wrestle for it. To start the game, shuffle the deck and deal 8 cards to each player. Set aside the remaining cards in a face-down stack at the center of the table. This is the pick pile. Once all players have their cards, each player will choose one card and place it face up in front of them. This will start your first collection. Remember, you do not do the action listed on the card when playing your starter card. And that's it. Now whoever you chose to go first will start the game. How to play? Each turn starts by drawing a new card from the pick pile. Now you choose a card from your hand to add to a collection, start a new collection, or choose to bomb another player's collection. When playing a card, you will announce the action listed on the card, and then take that action. For example, swap hands with another player. Once completed, your turn is over, and the player clockwise to you takes their turn. Pretty straightforward, right? Oh, dude, don't forget, there's no limit to how many characters you can collect, but you cannot have multiple collections of one character. Matching characters will always go into the same pile, and if you exceed the point markers on a card, each additional card in the collection is worth 1 additional point. How to win! The end of the game is triggered once the last card in the pick pile is drawn. At this point, we will do a final round, a fuse round, and then all that is left is to tally scores and dry your tears. Let's talk about how this works. The last round. When the pick pile is empty, everyone gets one last turn to try to get as many points as possible, or try to sabotage another player. The person who drew the final card from the pick pile starts the last round and does not get an additional turn when it comes back around to them. The fuse round. After everyone completes their last turn, all players have an option to defuse bombs that have not exploded. If you have a bomb in your hand and were bombed during the last round, this is your last chance to save your collection, dude! If you have a bombed collection but cannot defuse it, you will discard the whole collection now, winning the game. All players now add up all of their points based on how many cards they have in each collection, and deduct their penalty points from their total score if they ended the game with bombs in their hand. Whoever has the most points wins! Make sure you double check the math on your fellow players though. Trust us for suckers. Everything else. This game can be played in a single round, or for a long, more competitive experience. Choose a winning point value and play multiple games, adding each player's ending score to the tally until someone surpasses the winning value. Always pay attention to the hands as they are passed around. This will help you keep track where the good and bad cards are. Keep an eye on the point markers and be strategic about which cards you collect. Some collections are easier to score big points with. If you run into a problem that was not covered in these rules, argue about it until you reach a decision. It's not our job to solve all your problems. And that's it. Now play again and again and again. Who needs sleep, or a job, or to eat when there's more Booger to play?